Question 1. The monetary and credit policy statement of RBI are not called I. Annual policy. 3. Economic policy. Option A only, I, and 2. Option B only, I, and 3. Option C only, 2, and 3. Option D, I, 2, and 3. Answer C only, 2, and 3. Question 2. In a bill of exchange normally who is not the drawee? I. The person ordering for payment. 2. The person directed to pay. 3. The beneficiary. Option A only, I, and 2. Option B only, I, and 3. Option C only, 2, and 3. Option D, I, 2, and 3. Answer B only, I, and 3. Question 3. Which of the following are the requirements of a SEC-uritized company? Option A. It should be an independent company. Option B. It should be registered with RBI. Option C. It will be a public financial institution. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 4. Under open cash credit, the goods are taken as security, without transferring. I. Ownership of goods. 3. Possession of goods. Option A only, I. Option B only, 2. Option C either, I, or 2. Option D both, I, and 2. Answer D both, I, and 2. Question 5. Under the Banking Ombudsman Scheme a complaint can be lodged with the Ombudsman. Option A within in the specified jurisdiction. Option B with the head office of the bank. Option C with the consumer of the bank. Option D any of the above. Answer A within in the specified jurisdiction. Question 6. The Secretariat staff in the Banking Ombudsman Office will be. Option A drawn from banks. Option B drawn from Reserve Bank. Option C directly appointed. Option D, A, and B. Answer D, A, and B. Question 7. Central Information Commission can impose a penalty of rupees for each day till the information is furnished. Option A 100. Option B 150. Option C 200. Option D 250. Answer D 250. Question 8. Identify the following types of mortgages. 1. The sale is ostensible and not real. 2. The mortgagee has the right to receive rent on the property mortgaged. 3. Mortgage is put through in a notified area. 4. Private sale possible. Option A simple mortgage / English mortgage / equitable mortgage / anomalous mortgage. Option B mortgage by way of conditional sale / usufructuary mortgage / mortgage by way of deposit of title deed / English mortgage. Option C registered mortgage / English mortgage / equitable mortgage / simple mortgage. Option D mortgage by way of conditional sale / equitable mortgage / usufructuary mortgage / English mortgage. Answer B mortgage by way of conditional sale / usufructuary mortgage / mortgage by way of deposit of title deed / English mortgage. Question 9. An authorized person, AP, may be a I. Authorized dealer of category I, 2. Authorized dealer of category 2, 3. Money changer. Option A only, I, and, 2. Option B only, I, and, 3. Option C only, 2, and, 3. Option D, I, 2, and, 3. Answer D, I, 2, and, 3. Question 10. General lien can be exercised by the bank on one of the following. Option A. Cash remitted for DD. Option B. Credit balance in loan account. Option C. Articles in safe custody. Option D. Contents of locker. Answer C. Articles in safe custody. Question 11. Statutory corporations are established under. Option A. Companies Act. Option B. Act of Parliament. Option C. Societies Registration Act. Option D. None. Answer B. Act of Parliament. Question 12. Is terminated when the buyer gets the possession of the goods. Option A. Lien. Option B. Agreement. Option C. Condition. Option D. Warranty. Answer A. Lien. Question 13. There is an implied condition on the part of the seller that he has a right to the goods. Option A. Use. Option B. Sell. Option C. Retain. Option D. Resale. Answer B. Sell. Question 14. Who among the following can be an authorized dealer of category I? I. Commercial banks. 2. RRBs. 3. State and urban coup banks. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer B. Only, I, and, 3. Question 15. In bank guarantees, the bank makes payment on. Option A. Being convinced that the beneficiary has incurred loss. Option B. On being sued by the beneficiary. Option C. On the guarantee being invoked and after seeking concurrence of the debtor. Option D. Merely on demand by the beneficiary. Answer D. Merely on demand by the beneficiary. Question 16. The right to receive payment under a letter of credit or the right to draw bills on a letter of credit is vested in. Option A. The opener of the LC. Option B. The issuing bank only. Option C. The buyer only. Option D. All the three parties. Answer C. The buyer only. Question 17. Whether breach of RBI directives is punishable offense and to what extent. Option A. Yes, fine up to 5 lakh rupees and for continuation of offense per day fine up to rupees 10,000. Option B. Yes, by cancellation of licenses of the company. Option C. No, these are the administrative directions. Option D. No, the Act has not provided for any punishment in specific. Answer A. Yes, fine up to 5 lakh rupees and for continuation of offense per day fine up to rupees 10,000. Question 18. Reserve Bank is empowered to conduct of a banking company under Section 35(1) of the BR Act. Option A. Inspection. Option B. Special audit. Option C. Audit. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Inspection. Question 19. A copy of the inspection report relating to a banking company. To that. Option A. Banking company. Option B should be given. Option C need not be given. Option D should be given at request. Answer B should be given. Question 20. When the transfer of the property in the goods is to take place at a contract is called. Option A. Contract of sale. Option B. Agreement to sell. Option C. Contract of future goods. Option D. Contract of specific goods. Answer B. Agreement to sell. Question 21. Goods are to be manufactured/produced/acquired by the seller after making of the contract of sale. Option A. Future. Option B. Specific. Option C. Movable. Option D. Immovable. Answer A. Future. Question 22. Who among the following can be an authorized dealer of Category 2? I. Upgraded FFMCs, 2. RRBs, 3. Financial and other institutions. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer A. Only, I, and, 2. Question 23. Under Section 35, 4, of the BR Act, central government can prohibit a banking company from accepting fresh deposits if the business of the banking company is conducted. Option A. Not profitably. Option B. Not in compliance with the Act. Option C. To the detriment of interest of its depositors. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. To the detriment of interest of its depositors. Question 24. The undertaking of a banking company may be acquired by the central government if it is satisfied on a report from the Reserve Bank that the banking company has failed on more than one occasion to comply with the. Option A. Directions of the government. Option B. Directions under Sections 21 and 35A of BR Act. Option C. Provisions of the Companies Act. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Directions under Sections 21 and 35A of BR Act. Question 25. A memorandum recording mortgage by deposit of title deeds does not require. Option A. Registration. Option B. Stamping. Option C. Both registration and stamping. Option D. None of these. Answer A. Registration. Question 26. A lease for agricultural or manufacturing purpose can be terminated by the lessor or lessee by giving notice to one another. Option A. 1 month. Option B. 3 months. Option C. 6 months. Option D. 12 months. Answer C. 6 months. Question 27. Pari passu is a charge which does not indicate I. First charge over securities, 2. Equal charge to charge holders, 3. Proportionate share to charge holders. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer A. Only, I, and, 2. Question 28. Banker's lien is A/N. Option A. Hypothecation. Option B. Mortgage. Option C. Implied pledge. Option D. Pledge. Answer C. Implied pledge. Question 29. Who among the following can be an authorized dealer of Category 3? I. Commercial banks. 2. RRBs. 3. State and urban coup banks. Option A only, I, and 2. Option B only, I, and 3. Option C only, 2, and 3. Option D, I, 2, and 3. Answer B only, I, and 3. Question 30, in case of goods, banker's lien is not applicable. Option A owner's goods. Option B stolen goods. Option C finished goods. Option D none of these. Answer B stolen goods. Question 31, the right to two accounts is known as set off. Option A open. Option B banker's right. Option C combine. Option D none of these. Answer C combine. Question 32, the right of set off is. Option A customer's right. Option B banker's right. Option C banker's obligation. Option D bank's description. Answer D bank's description. Question 33, garnishee order is issued by. Option A police officer. Option B revenue authority. Option C enforcement authority. Option D court of law. Answer D court of law. Question 34, adjudicating authority has to endeavor to dispose off the complaints within from the date of receipt of the complaint. Option A 1 year. Option B 182 days. Option C 6 months. Option D 4 weeks. Answer A 1 year. Question 35, what is the time limit for disposing an appeal by appellate authority? Option A within 2 months. Option B within 3 months. Option C within 6 months. Option D no such limit. Answer C within 6 months. Question 36, how many debt recovery appellate tribunals have been set up? Option A 2. Option B 5. Option C 7. Option D 10. Answer B 5. Question 37, where an appeal against the order of appellate tribunal can be made. Option A nowhere. Option B High Court. Option C Supreme Court. Option D Concerned District Court. Answer B High Court. Question 38, which of the following reasons prompted for setup of debt recovery tribunal? Option A under delay in setting the claims by courts. Option B delay in extension the decree. Option C non-availability of assets with the borrower due to inordinate delay in courts. Option D all the above. Answer D all the above. Question 39, a bank has allowed a current A/C holder ad hoc overdraft of 15 rupees lakh. The amount is due. Whether this is recoverable under provisions of DRT Act. Option A no, as it is not a regular loan. Option B no, as only secured loans can be recovered under the DRT Act. Option C yes, as it is a legally recoverable amount by the bank. Option D yes, but if the tribunal grants special permission to lodge the case. Answer C yes, as it is a legally recoverable amount by the bank. Question 40, promissory note can be I. Demand Pn. 2. Usance Pn. Option A only, I. Option B only, 2. Option C either, I, or, 2. Option D neither, I, nor, 2. Answer C either, I, or, 2. Question 41, attachment order is issued by. Option A drawer of a check. Option B revenue authority. Option C manager of bank. Option D none of these. Answer B revenue authority. Question 42. Is one of the modes of lending by a banker. Option A documentary bills. Option B bill of purchase. Option C supply bills. Option D bill finance. Answer D bill finance. Question 43. Besides the SARFA-SE Act, some other laws require some registration of charge created in the property. Whether such double registration is avoidable. Option A yes, the creditor can choose under which law he needs registration. Option B no. Registration under SARFA-SE Act as well as any other applicable law will have to be made, as SARFA-SE Act is not substitution of any other law. Option C yes, if one charge noting is by a registered document. Option D no, as the civil courts and DRT still have jurisdiction against the properties both registration are required. Answer B no. Registration under SARFA-SE Act as well as any other applicable law will have to be made, as SARFA-SE Act is not substitution of any other law. Question 44. The bank is required to comply with the execution of the award of banking ombudsman within. Option A 7 days. Option B 15 days. Option C 30 days. Option D 60 days. Answer C 30 days. Question 45. What is the maximum time for settlement of a claim before passing an award by the banking ombudsman? Option A within 15 days from the date of receipt of complaint. Option B within 1 month from the date of receipt of complaint. Option C within 2 months from the date of receipt complaint. Option D within 3 months from the date of receipt of complaint. Answer B within 1 month from the date of receipt of complaint. Question 46. Banking ombudsman scheme does not cover. Option A scheduled commercial banks. Option B regional rural banks. Option C cooperative banks. Option D financial institutions. Answer D financial institutions. Question 47. Can the order of central government appointing presiding officer of the tribunal be challenged in any court? Option A yes, before the appellate tribunal. Option B no. Option C no, unless the High Court permits for it. Option D yes, under Constitution Article 226, before the High Court. Answer B no. Question 48. Which among the following are classified as capital account forex transactions? I. Investment in foreign securities. 2. Raising foreign currency loans in India and abroad. 3. Payments due in connection with foreign trade, short-term banking and credit facilities in the ordinary course of business. Option A only, I, and 2. Option B only, I, and 3. Option C only, 2, and 3. Option D, I, 2, and 3. Answer A only, I, and 2. Question 49. when a civil suit filed in civil court is transferred to DRT, if fresh court fee is required to be paid. Option A. No. Option B. Yes, as the authorities are different. Option C. No, if there is no counterclaim. Option D. Yes, as the court fee stamps are different. Answer A. No. Question 50. While filling appeal before the appellate tribunal, if any amount is required to be deposited. Option A. No, amount is required to be deposited till the appellate tribunal decides. Option B. Yes, court fee on the appeal amount is required to be paid. Option C. Yes, 75% of the amount determined by the tribunal is required to be deposited at the timing of filing of the appeal. Option D. Yes, after admission of the appeal 75% of the amount determined by the tribunal is required to be deposited. Answer C. Yes, 75% of the amount determined by the tribunal is required to be deposited at the timing of filing of the appeal. Question 51. A company is under winding up process. Whether High Court permission is required to a bank to proceed against it before DRT. Option A. No, as the DRT Act being a special law having overriding effect over other laws. Option B. Yes, as Companies Act specially provides to that effect. Option C. Depends on the stage of winding up process. Option D. No permission but concurrence of High Court required. Answer A. No, as the DRT Act being a special law having overriding effect over other laws. Question 52. According to Section 3 of Evidence Act, the document can be defined. Option A. Any matter expressed or described upon any substance by means of letter, figure, or marks. Option B. Or by any other means. Option C. It intends to be used for purpose of recording that matter. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 53. The term corresponding new bank under Banking Co., Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking, Act 1970 stands for. Option A. New private banks. Option B. Old private banks. Option C. RRBs. Option D. Nationalist banks. Answer D. Nationalist banks. Question 54. Which was the first committee recommended for establishment of special recovery tribunals for books and financial institution? Option A. Tiwari Committee. Option B. Ayha Committee. Option C. Narsingham Committee. Option D. Rangarajan Committee. Answer A. Tiwari Committee. Question 55. Evidence means. Option A. All statements presented before a court by way of witnesses. Option B. It is in relation to a matter of fact under inquiry. Option C. Such statements are called oral evidence. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 56. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A. All documents produced for inspection of court are called documentary evidence. Option B. Primary document mean original document itself. Option C. Certified copies are secondary evidences. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 57. Forex transactions under FEMA can be classified into I. Current account. 2. Capital account. Option A. Only, I. Option B. Only, 2. Option C. Either, I, or, 2. Option D. Neither, I, nor, 2. Answer C. Either, I, or, 2. Question 58. in which year the Tiwari Committee recommended for establishment of special tribunals for banks' dues recovery? Option A. 1981. Option B. 1987. Option C. 1991. Option D. 1995. Answer A. 1981. Question 59. Which of the following committees also recommended the setup of debit recovery tribunals? Option A. Committee on Financial Sector Reforms. Option B. Committee on Custom Service. Option C. Committee on RRBs. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Committee on Financial Sector Reforms. Question 60. In which year the Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act was enacted? Option A. 1991. Option B. 1993. Option C. 1994. Option D. 1995. Answer B. 1993. Question 61. In which of the following states the Recovery of Debts Due Act is under implementation? Option A. Selected states of the country. Option B. All the state of country. Option C. All over the country except Jammu and Kashmir. Option D. No such restriction. Answer B. All the state of country. Question 62. Which of the following cases to the Recovery of Debts Due Act is applicable? Option A. Where amount involved is less than Rs. 10 lakh. Option B. Where amount involved is Rs. 10 lakh or above. Option C. Where amount involved is up to Rs. 11 lakh. Option D. No such restriction. Answer B. Where amount involved is Rs. 10 lakh or above. Question 63. Coop banks operating in different states have to get themselves registered under. Option A. RBI Act. Option B. Multi-State Coop Societies Act. Option C. State Coop Societies Act. Option D. BR Act. Answer B. Multi-State Coop Societies Act. Question 64. Exposure norms are applicable to which of the following? I. Advance against bank's own deposit. 2. Advance against LIP. 3. Advance against NSC. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer C. Only, 2, and, 3. Question 65. The essential features of pass-through certificate are: Option A. A direct participation in the case flow is sold. Option B. Receipt of asset cash flow is deposited in a designated account. Option C. The funds are passed on to certificate holders. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 66. Debenture is a document acknowledging. Option A. Company's indebtedness. Option B. Company's ownership. Option C. Ownership of machinery. Option D. None. Answer A. Company's indebtedness. Question 67. Under letter of credit, bill means. Option A. Bill of entry. Option B. Bill of lading. Option C. Bill of exchange. Option D. Invoice. Answer C. Bill of exchange. Question 68. When the LC specifies the bank that is to negotiate the bills drawn under the LC, then the bank is also called. Option A. Confirming bank. Option B. Reimbursing bank. Option C. Nominated bank. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. Nominated bank. Question 69. The may apply to the central government for an order of moratorium in respect of a banking company. Option A. Banking company. Option B. Registrar of companies. Option C. Reserve Bank. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. Reserve Bank. Question 70. The provisions of a scheme of amalgamation sanctioned by the central government under Section 45 of the BR Act will. The provisions of other laws. Option A. Not affect. Option B. Have overriding effect on. Option C. Will be subject to. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Have overriding effect on. Question 71. In winding up proceedings, the depositors shall, for the amounts shown in the books of the bank standing to their credit. Option A. Be deemed to have filed claim. Option B. Have to file claim. Option C. Have no claim. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Be deemed to have filed claim. Question 72. Income earned by a shareholder on a company shareholding is called. Option A. Interest. Option B. Discount. Option C. Dividend. Option D. None. Answer C. Dividend. Question 73. May apply to the High Court for winding up of a banking company under Section 38 of the BR Act. Option A. Registrar of Companies. Option B. Reserve Bank. Option C. Central Government. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Reserve Bank. Question 74. The High Court shall order winding up of a banking company if the banking company is unable to. Option A. Pay its debts. Option B. File returns in time. Option C. Eliminate non-performing assets. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Pay its debts. Question 75. When the confirming bank confirm the credited. Option A. Does not take any liability. Option B. Undertakes on its part the liability under the LC. Option C. Undertakes to make timely of the documents and bills to the buyer or his bank. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Undertakes on its part the liability under the LC. Question 76. From the following, which function is of securitization company? Option A. Acquisition of loan transaction from the lender. Option B. Help the lender in recovery by sale of charged property. Option C. Take legal steps against the defaulter borrower on behalf of the lender. Option D. Acquisition of financial assets from the originator. Answer D. Acquisition of financial assets from the originator. Question 77. Who exercises the main administrative control over the functioning of cooperative banks? Option A. RBI. Option B. NABARD. Option C. Central government through coup debt. Option D. State government through Registrar of Co-op Societies. Answer D. State government through Registrar of Co-op Societies. Question 78. The confirming bank is. Option A. The issuing bank when it confirms the issue of the LC. Option B. The negotiating bank when it confirms the negotiation of the bills. Option C. The advising bank when it confirms the LC. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. The advising bank when it confirms the LC. Question 79. The minimum number of directors required in a public and private companies are: option A 3 and 1, option B 7 and 2, option C 3 and 2, option D 5 and 2. Answer: C 3 and 2. Question 80. The LC issuing bank is also called: option A the importer's bank or the opening bank, option B the advising bank or the confirming bank, option C the negotiating bank or the nominated bank, option D the reimbursement bank. Answer: A the importer's bank or the opening bank. Question 81. When the LC specifies the bank that is to negotiate the bills drawn under the LC, then the bank is also called: option A confirming bank, option B reimbursing bank, option C nominated bank, option D none of the above. Answer: C nominated bank. Question 82. Acceptance of deposits by non-banking financial bodies and companies is regulated by which of the following? Option A SEBI and RBI, option B RBI and government, option C Registrar of Companies and SEBI, option D Stock Exchange and SEBI. Answer: B RBI and government. Question 83. A company has to obtain a from the Reserve Bank to commence banking business in terms of Section 22 of the BR Act. Option A registration, option B license, option C commencement certificate, option D none of the above. Answer: B license. Question 84. Every public company, or a private company which is a subsidiary of a public company, having a paid-up share capital of rupees, must have a managing or whole-time director or a manager. Option A 1 crore, option B 5 crores, option C 1 lakh, option D 5 lakhs. Answer: B 5 crores. Question 85. Central government can give directions to RBI in public interest after consulting. Option A Central Board of RBI, option B RBI Governor, option C President of India, option D Finance Secretary. Answer: B RBI Governor. Question 86. In which of the following areas RBI can't issue directions to bank? Option A interest rate on deposit, option B interest rate on advances, option C margin on bank loans, option D none of the above. Answer: D none of the above. Question 87. Max penalty for damage to computers or computer systems can be: option A 5 lakhs, option B 50 lakhs, option C 1 crore, option D 10 crores. Answer: C 1 crore. Question 88. When the confirming bank confirm the credited, option A does not take any liability, option B undertakes on its part the liability under the LC, option C undertakes to make timely of the documents and bills to the buyer or his bank, option D none of the above. Answer: B undertakes on its part the liability under the LC. Question 89. Shifting of a bank's branch in the does not require Reserve Bank's permission under Section 23. Option A same district, option B same state, option C same city, town, or village, option D none of the above. Answer: C same city, town, or village. Question 90, reimbursing bank is the bank. Option A, that reimburses the seller. Option B, that reimburses the negotiating/paying or confirming bank. Option C, that reimburse the buyer on the goods being found defective. Option D, none of the above. Answer B, that reimburses the negotiating/paying or confirming bank. Question 91, agreement can be. Option A, oral. Option B, written. Option C, either A or B. Option D, none of these. Answer C, either A or B. Question 92, banking companies are not permitted to give dividend until all are written off. Option A, bad debts. Option B, expenses. Option C, capitalized expenses. Option D, none of the above. Answer C, capitalized expenses. Question 93, a director of a banking company should not have in any other company. Option A, any interest. Option B, substantial interest. Option C, beneficial interest. Option D, none of the above. Answer B, substantial interest. Question 94, foreign banks are required under Section 11 of the BR Act to deposit arising out of their business in India with the Reserve Bank. Option A, 20% of profit of each year. Option B, 30% of profit for each year. Option C, 20% of the deposits collected each year. Option D, none of the above. Answer C, 20% of the deposits collected each year. Question 95, shareholders of banking companies can exercise voting rights up to of the total voting rights of all shareholders. Option A, 1%. Option B, 10%. Option C, 20%. Option D, 100%. Answer B, 10%. Question 96, at least of the directors should have the qualifications prescribed under Section 10A, 2, of the BR Act. Option A, 50%. Option B, 75%. Option C, 51%. Option D, 25%. Answer C, 51%. Question 97, a contract without is void. Option A, indemnity. Option B, guarantee. Option C, consideration. Option D, cash. Answer C, consideration. Question 98, a person who is indemnified can recover for claiming the damages. Option A, damages. Option B, costs. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of these. Answer C, both A and B. Question 99, who can retain goods bailed to them as security for a general balance of AC? Option A, bankers. Option B, factors. Option C, policy brokers. Option D, all of them. Answer D, all of them. Question 100, a person who makes a proposal is known as. Option A, promisor. Option B, principal debtor. Option C, surety. Option D, guarantor. Answer A, promisor.